Greetings, you people. Hello, my king. How's it going? How has it been? This is Briarstone. I do indeed welcome you to the Sunday Morning Heroes live stream. Hello and welcome, everybody. We're about to carry on with our orc invasion. Apparently, amongst the PCs, it's going to be the Battle of Helm's Derp. That's going to be a thing. But we have with us this morning, Quill18.
Hey, folks.
As well as Demonac.
Greetings.
And, of course, a kiss for luck.
Hey, you.
All right, so guys, let's get some FaceTime continuum and 3 and 2 and 1 and faces. Everybody is right over there and doing their face things. So yeah, to catch everybody up, specifically, we have a massive orc invasion, and by massive, I do mean emphasis on the term massive. This is going to be very interesting. Well, the thing is okay, just a disclaimer aside, this is the first time I've ever run anything of this size, and I'm using a particular guide that I had read, some guidelines to sort of like follow into this sort of battle that, you know, will not have me rolling for everything, right? It's sort of like swaths of action instead of like each individual thing, because, yeah, you know, because if I was to roll for everything, it would take all morning. Right, and nobody would get anywhere. It'd be rather boring, I dare say. But anyway, so yeah, you guys have a battle, and the smoke has rolled in. So right now, you know, we may as well say that you guys are in trouble. Right? Right? Okay. Now you did have a lot of things set up. You have some traps set up. If I remember correctly, you guys were hoping to corral some of the orcs into this little pen where the horses and the cows were. Yep, right there.
Rimworld.
Yeah, exactly. Just there.
Rimworld tactics. Kill room.
Head over there and man the gap.
Okay, so that's where you go. That's where you guys want to go. Now, is everybody going there, or do you want to split up? I mean, normally splitting up is a bad idea. You know, going Scooby-Doo style is. Wow! Chemical crash automatically in $50. Early. Thank you very much, Chemical Crash. Holy. But
thank you.
Right. So when it comes to splitting up the party, the idea of Scooby doing things in D&D is very, very dangerous. However, it is a little less dangerous when you are surrounded by other NPC allies. There's going to be people around to. You're not alone. You're less alone because of the NPCs, but you're not as safe.
Yeah, okay.
As if you were in your own group. If you were together, obviously you are the safest, because let's face it, you're the elite of the elite when it comes to fighting. So, how do you guys want to do it? Do you want to all go into the corral with Eric? Do you think Eric can just hold it off on his own? And you guys can go other places? How do you want to do things?
Okay, well, my plan, when we initially discussed it, and I came up with that idea of the kill corral, I thought I'd be in there too.
Okay, all right.
I do have range attacks, but the corral is probably better.
I thought somebody had said something about standing on this wall and just shooting anybody who had a ranged attack. We'd be standing on the wall shooting down into it as they came through. Is that not right?
Yeah. I'll also refresh my memory, because I don't remember. Did we have any of the NPCs firing into this as well, or are the NPCs still focused? All of the NPCs focused out.
I don't think we got that far. I mean, I remember we had talked about leaving this open, and we were going to stake it so it couldn't be brought open anymore.
Yeah, but I suspect that Eric and I can basically more or less one-shot orcs as they come through this.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want any NPCs down in the corral, that's for sure. Whether they were going to stand on the edges and shoot, I don't know. I think they're going to have enough shooting outside to do.
Yeah, I think they'll have plenty of targets if they just keep shooting at stuff outside the walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That tree was cut down, so nobody was climbing over that.
Yeah, we put back a little ways, and then it looks like it would make good cover for them, but we have it covered in oil so that we can easily get it sparked with like a flaming arrow or something.
Yeah. It was supposed to be dropped in front of the gate like that with
a little further back.
Well, not at the gate, but there.
Yeah.
So if there's a group coming in, we can set fire to it. The walls have been wet down.
All the thatch roofs have been wet down.
Have been gathered.
I made however many shields I could make in the 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably not a lot of like wooden shields, but
I don't think we've positioned anybody yet at this point.
I was going to move that tree to make it more visual, where it is currently for everybody to see. But what I'm getting the idea is it's like right here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like,
Okay. I was going to move the tree, but apparently when I made this map, I solidified it. So it's, to save...
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I can't move that tree. Boop. But, regardless, so we have a tree that's covered in pitch, basically. Ready to be lit on fire if any of the ORCSIEGE or whoever tries to hide behind it. Okay, very good. And meanwhile, we also have Tao, and we got Eric in the corral, ready to one-shot orcs. Have they happen to pop in? And it does seem pretty good. I mean, you've got a piece of the gate open. Would they actually ignore that?
Were there
not.
ditches dug in front of the gates? I can't remember.
Just in front of the gates. We didn't have time to have people dig ditches
all the way
everywhere.
around.
And we did make a fire break, but that's not as deep as.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. That's what we were digging because we've got fire
Actually,
coming out. So we were
I think it was mostly a ditch here because the other side had the tree, and then we had the fire break.
Hmm.
Right.
We
Okay.
didn't really need a ditch in front of the wall that we're trying to lure the gate that we're trying to lure them to.
Yeah. I mean, basically with these ditches, I'm going to treat these ditches as a sort of uneven terrain. So it's going to slow, anything in it down. But this, I'm going to treat it. Actually, you know what? Let's say that you guys were able to dig enough of a ditch there that it's more than half. It's going to be quarter movement to get through the ditch. We'll say
and
that.
part of the idea too was to bury sharpened spears, just wooden stakes in there as well.
Okay.
Hopefully, anyone who tries to just charge through trips and
And it will hurt
impales
them
himself.
or kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll for that. I'll say that it's if I roll higher than 75 with a D100, that they'll just die. But otherwise, they're going to take probably like 50% of their hit point damage, just to weaken it up a bit. Because if you trip and fall on something that deadly, I dare say it's going to hurt a lot. Right. And meanwhile, they're probably being pelted with arrows anyway. Which, by the way, all ranged combat. And that's going to include Lisanne, includes Govanen, and all the other NPCs. All ranged combat is at a -4 right now due to the smoke that is in and around the area. Okay.
Well, at least it protects us too. Hell, we're the ones in cover.
There is a lot of concern also with how are people spread out here. I'm gonna say on the wind you hear sort of like bells ringing, like alarm bells inside of the area to warn all the women and children where they have to go if they're not fighting, where they have to go. This is the time to get to safety, and of course all the other commoners if they're sleeping. Or they need to be aroused. This is the time to get up and get prepared for combat. Also, it means apparently because you hear Kerbin, the leader. You hear his voice. He's got a very distinctive voice, and it's just echoing in and across the darkness. He says, what was the guy's name? To get his name proper. Fendrick. He's like, Fendrick, get inside, and he just keeps yelling it like it's like Fendrick.
Oh,
get
that's
inside.
the dumbass.
Get inside, Fendrick.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
his
you
son.
don't hear Fendrick saying anything. He's not responding.
Oh, great. I probably gave him ideas.
Well, all right, we're gonna if the orcs are here, we're not gonna open the door for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you say that on the wind too. He probably hears you, but he's not
He's
saying
staying
anything.
out.
He's not saying anything. He's
So
in.
he's
Too dumb to live. Too dumb to live.
or
Too dumb to live. Too dumb.
Are these the actual direct? Is this map actually lined up compass-wise, like it's north?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. This I actually thought about this one a bit more. So yeah.
we're gonna make it that way. It's
north is
easy.
north,
Yes.
or up is north.
If you are out there, come to South Gate. Come to South Gate.
Okay.
Well, South Gate is technically open.
It is true,
And-
and
That's true.
you may find him wandering around that way. We'll find out here in a moment. I will say immediately that the two dwarves, the two blacksmiths, I should say, have decided that they're going to go and guard the east gate. They're going to try to hold it there. There's going to be a few NPCs, not to mention the guard with the crossbow, also on top of these buildings to hold off enemies at the gate. there.
Yeah.
Kerbin, unfortunately, is by himself mostly. He's directing anybody he can see. Even children are running around right now with, like, supplies. They've got, like, quivers and quarrels, and they've just got stuff, and they're running around. Those who decided that they wanted to volunteer, they're running around with equipment. Even some health potions, by the way. There's some health potions also being, like, sort of divided.
Health potions would be pretty sweet.
They've got some health potions. I know I'm healing. Govanen is with me. The druid lady sent off a bird. We're asking the Emerald Enclave for help.
Right. Yep. That's also on the wind, as it were. The bird has.
And we also had 2 orc riders that went whizzing by just before all this hit. Right, heading north.
Yes, exactly.
In a hurry.
Exactly that. Yeah, they were just riding. That's something that Tal saw. With the perilous excursion that she took to go spy on the enemy orc camp. So, right. So those are things to keep in mind for sure.
Yeah.
All right, teammates, do you want me up here fighting with you or over at the east gate here? They're coming from the east, right? The orcs?
I think if they're coming from the east, maybe stay where you are and shoot them a lot.
Up on the roof here, shooting.
That'll probably give you the best shots.
What was that?
I think probably stay there. If they're coming from the east, stay there and shoot them a lot. There is some chance that we won't get much action, that they won't actually come for this gate. It seems like they probably would. But there's also the issue we might have, if we're doing too well, we might actually have to close it the rest of the way and adjust the stuff to shore it up, because they might give up on the gate when they realize we're killing them. And then it still needs to be secured. Then it still needs to be secured somehow.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 things. I don't expect to kill more than 2 or 3 maybe before they smarten up. But I mean, even if we give up this area without sealing the gate, I mean, there's a wall behind us. They still can't get into the rest of the compound.
Yeah,
and that wall, by the way, just to reiterate, that wall hasn't been sharpened. So it is it's still a high wall, but it is a lot easier to get over.
True, but regardless of the fact, even if we're not defending this door, they're still going to have a harder time streaming through quickly. So it should still be a lot better overall for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Either Eric or I could always run around on the top of this wall and just bop orcs as they try to climb up.
It is wide enough to move around on. However, every 10, 15 feet of movement, if you're not walking, like if you're just doing normal movement, you will have to make a balance check, just so you know. Acrobatics check.
So anyway, since I killed that warg with a lot of help from you guys, thanks for help, was good, and I dragged it back. But since then, it did take a few rounds a little while for the orcs to come in and kind of like separate out the combat. So I got to use my my second wind, get that back, and so I'm at full health. And of course, as a standard action, I get to recast my false life, so just get my 7 temporary hit points up again.
Okay.
Just make that clear.
Okay, understood. All right. So I think everything has been said that needed to be said. Oh wait, that's right. There's also Govanen. Govanen. What would Govanen do? Unless of course somebody gave Govanen orders. I think Govanen is probably going to stick somewhat nearby his sister.
Of course.
So we're gonna put Govanen also on the roof over here.
Okay, we've each got a roof. That's good on either side of the gate. I like it.
And I believe, oh yes, that's right. There's another guy, the oldest son of what you guys considered to be the oldest son of Kerbin Delman is Perd Delman, and he is currently watching you guys, and by you I mean Tao and Eric. He's watching you through sort of like the barest little cracks of the wall. Yeah, exactly, right there. He's watching you through that wall as you guys fight here. For whatever reason, he's just there. And then we also have.
We'll have prepped a rope here as well to assist our climb up the wall.
Because we can all.
You could tell him to do that. If you tell him to do that, he'll probably go and grab some rope or something like that.
Well, I mean, I just figured we'd have one.
Have it already had it done. Okay.
Secured somewhere.
That makes more sense. I mean,
because we can just climb up and then grab the rope and
done. Okay.
And the druid daughter.
Yeah.
She had entangled roots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's going to be working with Govanen with With me, with where? Where is she?
I'm trying to decide that. You know what? Because she's the sister of Fendrick.
The idiot outside?
Yeah, I think she's gonna probably move in that direction to go and, if nothing else, then to
Too bad.
knock him out with her staff and drag him inside or something. So she's on her way over there, and we don't know exactly what's happening. Or I say, you don't know exactly what's happening over there. You don't hear anything specifically happening over there at the moment. So anyway, there's that. Okay, so first things first. Whew. Things are setting up proper. Like, we have, just to reiterate if people weren't here last time for the whole combat, the first bit of combat that happened, the orcs sent the wargs to go and sort of, like, run around the encampment. Right? It was a scare tactic slash, chaos, you know, hopefully to draw fire, so that, you know, that the PCs as well as the NPCs here in the camp would lose some ammo, that sort of thing. It was just a pre-battle tactic, if you will. Mm-hmm. That was pretty much thwarted by way of something I don't think they did expect, like psionics, you know, burning the brain of the beasts, while also Eric's out there like, hey, I don't care. These guys are large. I'm big too, and just start smashing things. But yeah, so that was that first, basically the first bit of combat. Now we have the smoke from the fire that the orcs set off in the distance. That has rolled in, and again, -4 to all ranged attacks is about to take place. And no, we're done. That's everything, I think, caught up. I have to do a couple rolls. Hello and welcome, Blackie 007. Greetings, wait, 007.
Hello.
You two-timing me with other streams? 007. Let's see. We're gonna do that plus. Let me get this right. Okay, so yeah, there's gonna be 1d. Okay, there it is. All right, so here we go. Okay, all right. So this is a bit better. Right. Also, I have to decide on which north, south, east, or west. Oh shit!
Wait.
I'm back. I lost my die. No, I probably actually lost my die. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Found it.
Call the dog.
We're okay.
Ella would just eat
Alice.
Okay. Right. So they're actually coming in from the east. So I mean the east, the west. So that's good for you. Right. Here we go. So I'm gonna split it up. I'm gonna split the forces up just a bit, and I'm actually rolling.
Good.
Okay. Odd are up here. And even. Okay. The odd's up there. Okay. So. Whew, all right. So there's going to be just here. We're gonna grab you. I'm not putting them there as that's not their placement. I'm just grabbing them, so I can move them over in a second. So there's that plus that. Right. Actually, there we go.
Killer of Kerbals.
All right. So what we've got going on here is there are going to be a couple of ORCSIEGE moving in over here, and I'm just gonna divide them up like this because
they're orcs in our base. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said I was just moving them around.
Too dumb to live.
All right.
Dumb to live.
Yeah, there's a lot happening there. Now, typically, you wouldn't even know about the top side fight, but you know there would be like walls or something, shadows happening there. You couldn't see that, but I will say that you can kind of figure it out by just listening. Right? There's gonna be some things going on.
Like, oh God, I'm dying.
Yeah, right.
I'm too dumb to live.
Too dumb to live. All right, so this guy is moving through first. And yeah, it's just the one.
Yeah.
Because you guys
we should only have room for one to get in, and only one of us to be like directly in there. All
right.
If we can maybe get it sorted out so that Tao could like get an angle in there. Because we got to choose the angle of the gate. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can both get a good angle.
Want me to be able to
well, as soon as he pokes his head through the gate, basically, we both just whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to have surprise rounds. We will have initiative specifically due to the fact that they're in here to attack, right? So they're very aware of the dangers in and around. So there's not going to be a surprise round. But go ahead and roll initiative.
Right. Mm-hmm. For this particular situation, it'd be more like readied, though. Like, as soon as, it doesn't matter when he goes,
You get still get the first
unless our initiative is terrible. But...
Wow, yeah. It just moves in faster than expected.
But yeah, presumably we rolled initiative, like 10 rounds ago, and this is
that's
ready
the thing. We've been waiting, so for the ready to action, it should be okay.
I mean, I guess he knows that there's probably something going on. I mean, maybe the first orc doesn't realize that there's 2 people waiting behind the door, but after that, they're just going to come like, I'm swinging my arms. If someone's in my way, I'm not responsible.
Yeah.
So it does make sense that, there's initiative on the other side, too.
Yeah.
On the bright side, at least one of us should have pretty good cover from the doorway.
Okay, you know what I'll say then? Because
you should have super good cover. You should be just like attacking around the door, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm in the way.
With the idea that orcs are, war is their thing. I will. Okay, so he won't. You guys will get ready to attack, but what I will say is that he's moving in cautiously. So there will just to kind of like compromise. It's a disadvantage. You get disadvantage against him. Just because he's like cautious, and he's also got
just on the ready attacks, and then when we get to go on,
exactly, just on the ready attacks. So that's that's what it is. Yeah, not disadvantage all combat. No, that would be ridiculous.
On our actual initiative, when it comes up, then we're just fighting normally now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need to actually add these guys to a turn as well. While I'm trying to talk and do all these things, it's actually kind of hard to keep up with everything. Where's oh Jesus, come on. Oh, there it is. Got it. Alright, that's it. Right, he's on a, because he's got 1. No, he has a negative. Oh Jesus, what is it? No, he's got a 1.
Jesus
okay.
To attack.
He has a Jesus to attack. You didn't realize this.
He has negative Jesus to attack. You're very clear.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so
this
is
Lisanne.
Yes.
Right in front of the chimney where you're using for cover, right in front of there.
Yep.
I had left the orb.
Oh, it's in the chimney.
The orb.
Yes.
Yeah, right in front of it. And whenever you want, there's a command word that will activate once a day a daylight spell from the orb. I put it there with the idea that you could trigger that, and they'll be attacking into blinding daylight. They'll be trying to see, like they're going to be staring into the sun, trying to shoot you.
I did not know this.
The chimney, so you won't be bothered by it. In fact, it's going to be like a giant spotlight on any orcs that are coming up there, which hopefully will even cut through any smoke that might be giving the orcs cover otherwise.
Orcs must die. I like it.
The magic word is a light day, because I have decided that all magic words are going to be Pig Latin.
Right. Very good. Also, just because I didn't hear it,
Pig Latin is easier than the Zatanna method.
Just because I didn't hear it, where are you putting it? Where did it get placed?
It was there last week. It's on the chimney.
Right in front of the chimney.
Okay.
Oh, so you light it up and it's going to be bright. Okay, very good.
Anyone who doesn't remember, we got this orb from after we defeated the Lord of Lance Rock.
Yes, I forgot. Honestly,
using it as a light source somewhat, although for some reason we don't seem to need a light source over here anymore.
Yeah, maybe not so much. Yeah, strangely enough.
And how long does that spell last?
1 hour.
Oh, awesome sauce! Yeah. So when the crowd gathers, we say, "Oh, hi!"
Yeah, it's
You're
gonna
on
be
stage.
Right.
Enjoy.
Which basically is going to give them. You know what I'll do for that? I'll just give them disadvantage to their ranged as well. Like they not only get -4 because the -4 affects them as well, but they're also going to get -4 plus disadvantage when that goes on. Okay, that's fair, right? Okay.
I like it. I mean, I don't expect them to be like mega range people, because it seems like mostly they just carry a javelin or two.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to be sitting there pelting us with arrows, but it's still going to help.
Yeah. Okay, so the first bit of combat is going to happen, I suppose, by way of... Let's just start with the PCs now. Both Eric and Tal, you get your readied attack. Go ahead and make your rolls there, whichever order you want to go in.
Battles begin.
At 16, that would be a hit, or because it's disadvantage, got to roll again.
Oh,
11 is not going to hit it.
Right. So this orc pokes his head through, sees you, and like, oh shit! Kind of like just moves his head back just in time.
This bear trap just swings right past him.
He's using a bear trap. Shit. Is it open?
It was a pretty big trap. It seemed like a good weapon.
Okay, I just need to know this. Is it open?
No.
No, it wouldn't be.
Because I'm thinking, it would be dangerous for you. But if
Hey,
it
Ryan.
I want it
connected,
to
it
be
would
more
do extra
structurally
damage.
sound. It's definitely a more solid thing when it's closed.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say
That's what
it would do extra damage if it like hit somebody in the head and collapsed around it. So
Yes, but
Oh, yes.
All right. So I'm rolling as well with disadvantage. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I got a 14 on my lowest roll.
sorry, 14. Okay, on this guy is the lowest roll. Let me just check real fast just to make sure. It will hit.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. No, you will hit
I
this
thought-
guy.
Pretty sure they all have AC 13, except for the
Okay.
boss one we haven't seen yet.
Nice. So take 7 damage,
Okay.
and this is the ready round. So then we're going to get another attack after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on
What's the
initiative,
normal
although my
Based on
initiative is going to be
initiative,
way later.
Okay. Then I won't bother, but I will use my bonus action to hit again with my offhand.
Okay.
Which doesn't do very much damage if it even hits. Oh, 19 for 2 points of damage. Oh, yeah.
Okay. 2 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yep.
He's still standing.
So, yeah, both daggers just come
How'd that
down.
happen? I had to-
Is he bloodied?
God damn it! What's going on? Because he was at, and then let's do it that way. Somehow I messed that up. Anyway, I think I got it back to the right value. Anybody watching, if I was incorrect, please let me know. Yeah, no, he is definitely bloodied.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I couldn't remember if the orcs had more than 20 hit points or not. So I did 9 damage. He's bloodied. That's good.
Okay.
So 18 or fewer.
And I need to put this back up. Bring that back. Okay, there it is. All right. So, in the initiative order now, we have Eric's at a 3, so that's like at the bottom of the list. Tao, you will get to go again. Lisan, right now for you, I mean, it doesn't look like there's much for you to do because the action is not on your side.
She has
the
huge
moment.
range, though.
You do. And you are standing on top of a building. You may, just may, be able to see that orc from actually.
There's
far is
no
that?
other. There's no other orcs around, any side of the building anywhere.
At this range, I mean, it's like, yeah, no, not that you know of. You don't see anything at the moment. So
Oh.
at this range though, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 60, 65, 60. Okay, okay. That's a bit of a distance for the -4. I'm wondering if you can even see through all that fog. Through all that. I'm going to say you can't actually see that. That's too far. It's going to be thicker and thicker and thicker the further out it goes.
That makes sense.
But there is, for you, not that you can see very well, but you do see flickers of light sort of like off in the distance. Now this is where one of the portions of the phases comes in. Okay, you're fighting, just to explain how this is going to go. Any enemies that you see before you, if there's like physical enemies, you're fighting those, and that's part of the combat. However, the phase has hit points as well, right? So basically you have a certain number of rounds to sort of exhaust however much of a threat it is. And if you succeed, then you get bonus points for the roll that I will do later. If you fail, then you get, you get demerits for that. You get minus bonus points for whatever roll I will do at the end of the phase to determine what happens in the next phase, if that makes any sense. So right now, you're not actually hitting a physical... You're not really aiming at a physical target because I don't have them out there for you. But what you're doing is attacking the darkness. You're attacking the fog, but in attacking the fog, you're attacking enemies. It's just an indescript number, right? It's just sort of...
You're attacking the horde. Basically.
Exactly. And what you see in there, and what you're aiming for is the flickering of light just in the fog. You do get minuses to your attack because of the fog, but you can attack it and things can
And just
proceed.
in general, shoot into what's coming.
Exactly. Aiming basically for the flickering light because that makes more sense, right? Because
Okay.
Even if you don't actually hit an orc, just the fact that there are incoming arrows will force them to move slower, more cautiously, which is good for us.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
harassing them at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
Sort of like a suppressing fire. In fact, you can even call for suppressing fire. At this particular, I should have noted that.
It helps if when you shoot, you just yell out "suppressing fire!" Suppressing fire!
Because you can be a general on this side of things, and you can get everybody to fire at once. You can get
also then you get to make sick archer references.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. So if everybody fires at once, you have a better chance of hitting, first of all, and doing enough damage to end the round prematurely.
Okay, so
which is
whoever's
here,
where everybody what's the word? Oh God, I am asleep this morning. Not load up, but cock your arrows. Notch your arrows. Here we go. Cock again. Notch the arrows.
Okay.
And then we'll get ready and then fire.
Okay. Everybody's going to basically go on your roll. So go ahead and roll your damage or your to hit.
Oh.
Okay. And that's going to be -4 into that. So it's 14. That is enough to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and roll.
Do it.
Quick to see what that does.
Oh, Mike, I've had so much coffee and I'm just tired. I'm just tired this morning. It's been really hot the last couple of days. It's been 38 degrees in here and I think I'm just heat exhaustion. So I'm archer volley. There we go. Yes, like woo, do them all. There we go. Thanks.
Okay.
Then we shall pillage in the shade.
So that's that. That's your initiative. You don't really know. I know, but you don't really know how effective it was because you can't really see through that bit. But yeah, okay, so that's your initiative. So we have Tau. Tau, it's your turn, and you still have an orc in front of you.
Stabby, stabby, pokey, pokey. So as my regular action, Star Motif Dagger, and there's no disadvantage this time, right?
No disadvantage this time, no.
Although I rolled min damage, so 6.
Okay.
And if he's still alive, I will offhand attack with my kukri.
Okay, so yeah, no. So just go ahead and
miss.
That up. So he's there. So he falls.
Yay! That's why I missed the second attack.
Yeah. He falls. And funny enough, again, you already know how this works anymore. Go ahead, -6. There we go. He
15 damage.
when he takes that first attack, there is no sound. Right?
Oh yeah,
there is no sound to your attack. It's just as silent as the death that has been dealt.
There is a bit of a gurgling sound, but I don't think that's for the sword.
Sounds oddly like nice for some reason. No. All right, so he falls, and that's that. You do not have any sight on the other orc that you know is there, but you can't really hit him unless, of course, you move out to meet him. Do you want to move out to meet him? Also, you don't.
Oh.
What?
I'm trying to remember. Don't I get a second shot now? No, I don't. That's for something else.
No.
It's when they're here. I will. It's when they're okay. Yeah, when the crowd comes up. Sorry.
By the way, thank you for reminding me that second shot means that Govanen actually gets a turn timer.
Yes. Okay.
So I need to roll.
That's when they get closer. True.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so put that there. So that's just after you, right? So it goes there. Right, so we're gonna go like that. Okay, so now it's actually Govanen's turn, and Govanen's gonna do the same thing. Actually, Govanen's gonna say suppressive fire. So he's gonna roll this time, and it's basically all of the attacks are gonna go off of his to hit, which he actually did very well. That is definitely gonna do it. And okay, so that's going to do. Oh right, 1+. What is that going to be? Right, because it's +4. All right, so it's there we go. Very good. That's how that works. So everybody again knocks back and just unleashes some arrows, except for, of course, the knight. The knight is unloosing a quarrel, a bolt, if you will. Right, so that's his turn. And right now it is time for. There's a dead body in the way, but this.
We'll block the door with dead bodies. That's our plan.
Yeah, it could happen. It could actually work out just fine. But before he approaches, he stands there, and there's a quick little mumbling of like in this little spittle as he's like some sort of hatred that he's spitting out as well, because he just saw one of his kindred go down. His kin go down. He's summoning something. And he does, and what like materializes off to the side of him is a spectral spear. It just comes into view, and it moves forward and is going straight for Eric.
This dude here is like a cleric or some shit.
If you take a closer
Does he only have one eye?
Eric can see that he's missing an eye. Yeah.
Oh,
Of course.
All right, I'll give him the matching pair.
There you go.
I'm really good at doing that in RimWorld. Lose more eyes.
Make sure I get the actual spear thing correct, though. There it is. All right, so. Hoppa! Oh, balls. There goes my other one. I'm knocking all my dice off. I don't know why that's happening. Anyway, it's 18 to hit.
18 is going to be a hit.
That's going to be a
hit. Unless I'm
hit.
getting covered, which I doubt, because I'm the one that's trying to block the way, so.
Yeah, no. So 18.
I would have lots of cover. Me, not so much.
Will hit.
Yep.
There it is. And that's just it's just the spirituals. Okay, so it's going to be the natural thing. Okay, here we go. It's going to be 10 points of damage.
10? Ow. As a spell, so I don't get my DR either.
Yeah.
So it takes out all my temporary hit points and lose 3 actual hit points.
Okay. So he does
That's
sort of get something in. Actually, wait. There's no DR because it's a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Magic weapon and or spell, either way.
So that's that. So now between you and that orc, however, there is a spiritual weapon in the way. Mm-hmm. So there's something to consider there. And now it is the other orc's turn, except for, unless anybody's going to want, you're going to want to resurrect him for any reason? If not, I'm just going to get rid of him.
I don't think we have any resurrecting.
I'm getting rid of him. He's gone.
You can take it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can take his body out of the way, it's fine.
Eric, it is your turn.
Can we tell if there are any other orcs around the wall section here? Or is this guy alone-ish?
Yeah, no, you can't really see anything from there, no. You don't know.
I don't have a great angle to see out. Doesn't sound like there are guys.
You can do a perception check if you want. Because you have passive perception of 12. Yeah, no, do a perception check.
A clicking button. Okay.
Yeah, and you probably have a better viewpoint than I do, since I'm
that is not good.
mostly hiding behind the door.
Yeah, no. All you know of currently as a threat is the immediate spear, as well as the orc behind it.
Yeah, I don't think it threatens squares or anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Those last
I could just
though, so we can't really.
Yeah, no, I could just step out and attack him, but I don't want to if I'm going to open myself up to being attacked by multiple guys at a time.
Mm-hmm. That is a concern.
So it could just go like full defensive or something. I don't remember. I think that just gives disadvantage to all attacks.
Yeah, well, I would.
Sorry, Finn's making me laugh. He just says perception of 8. He can see the smoke.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to go full defensive then?
No, I am just if I'm not getting if I'm not being threatened right now, I think my best move is actually just to cast False Life.
False Life. What does that do again? Oh, I see.
Giving 7 temporary hit points.
All right, fine.
And again, we just give me 7 every time I cast it if there's no time issue and we're not in combat. We are definitely in combat, so I'm rolling. It's 1d4 plus 4.
Okay. Very well. All right. So now, there is a bit more of a disturbance happening to the north side of you there, where you kind of guess.
That northwest there.
Yeah, where right in here, Fendrick and the druid could be going and doing stuff at the moment. I am going to move this over here for a moment just so I can see, and we're going to just roll this behind our handy dandy DM screen, which is basically off of cam. Like I do everything else. And I need that, I need that, I need that. So, it is, okay. Right, what are you again? Okay. That was quick. Right. So, two things happen. Or actually, I should say, no, yeah, 2 things happen. One of the first things that happen is there is a bit of a glowing that just sort of pierces into the fog just a bit. You see like an orange glow just kind of all of a sudden erupts. Comes right up. And then after that, you hear Drina go, no! Just like exclaims no.
Sorry, what's happening?
Yeah, that's just it. You don't really know, but Drina obviously is not happy about something, and there is what you can discern to be probably a fire has erupted on the north side.
The tree went up.
The tree is supposed to go up in flames. What's his dumbass get caught in a burning tree?
Because if I mark anything, you'll know what happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just going to keep it in mind. I'm not going to mark it on the map visually because
there's people all over on like walls and rooftops and stuff like that with elevation. Like, can't Goldilocks or whatever the son's brother is called, Golvanin, see something from his vantage point and we can sort of just shout at each other?
Again, they're looking through. He's figured they're looking through the entire compound of fog. So people on that side can be. If anyone on that side, they could be like shouting out what's happening or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually that exclamation.
Yelling doesn't help. Tell us what's happening.
Basically, what's going to happen right now is Purd, who was watching you guys fight, is actually heading in that direction.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Get us some intel.
Yeah, you guys, they should be calling out useful information like, I'm still alive, but I'm very badly burned.
All right. You get +10 for Austin Powers references. All right.
Accordions, yes.
Okay. So,
yeah, you should have given them your accordions so they could signal us.
Accordions? Oh, right. There you go. That's a smart idea.
Accordion, you just never an accordion when you need one. God.
Okay, now, Eric, what did you do again? I forget what you did on your turn.
On whose turn?
Your turn.
I'm on a 3, so I think I've only had the Oh no! Yeah, that's right. On my turn, I just cast my stealth buff. I gave
that's what you did.
Life. Yeah.
Also, just to let you know, you're coming in slightly robotic and glitching just a bit. I don't know if it's an internet thing again, but.
Off and on YouTube. Yeah. For me.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So sorry for anybody viewing. That's technology. Sometimes that happens. Anyway. Right. So it is back up to the top of the round. We have Lasan. What are you planning to do? You could
same thing.
Same thing. You can go and help over to the other side. There's tons of things you can do just to give you those options in case you weren't aware. You can go... I know, right?
Pretty much a whole turn moving. Just to get into that area.
Yeah.
To go running across, come running back. I don't know. We'll just shoot. I mean, if the guy dies,
the fog again.
It's like Darwinism, right? Everybody do the same thing.
Did you say Darwinism? That works for Fendrick, I dare say.
And fire.
Okay, roll your.
Just stick with planned fire ants. You all bite at once.
Okay. That's -4. But that's still that's fine. That's fine.
I want to kill orcs. Yes.
That is going to be this guy. Because you're getting advantage there because you also have Govanen. That is going to be.
These other guys are shooting too. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody's firing into there. It's just an algorithm I have set up for
just
that.
the level of abstraction that's set up so that you're rolling
for everything because it just gets crazy. Right. Okay. So that's your turn. Again, you don't know because you can't really see, but you don't know how effective it was. But
we must be able to hear some stuff out there by now.
Well, yeah, you can hear shouting in Orcish, which you would understand. Some of it, it's not really telltale. They're not shouting orders or anything because that would be dumb, right? They don't.
Well,
they
don't know I speak orc.
Well, that's true, but you know what? That's true. That's true. That's actually very true.
This is just a bunch of human farmers, right?
Yeah, Lisan could be trying to listen for orders as we go.
All right. No. So what? Okay. In amongst the different things that you hear, the things that are relevant is pull back, move to the north.
Oh.
That's what you're hearing.
Now I wonder if they speak English. Tau, do we have our little mind linky thing going? Is there a way for me to connect?
Yeah, that's a good. Let me check to see. I'm not sure if it only lasts a round, and I don't remember if it's a bonus action. And actually, my bonus actions are pretty occupied. So on occasion, yeah, when I need to communicate with you, I may do that, but
We'll have to actually spend the action, so we'll have to pay attention.
Yeah. Okay, it is a bonus action, but when I'm fighting, I'm using my bonus action to actually stab.
Okay, I'll move this out of the way so people can see what's going on there.
So, but we can shout. I mean.
Okay, then you're gonna hear a yell. They're moving to the north.
Mm-hmm. And in any case, like, you should shout that out because
yes,
everyone else needs to know.
Everybody else needs to know that. So give a holler.
Yeah.
A hoot and holler to the north.
To the north. Right. Makes sense. Actually, that sounds very familiar. King of the North. No. All right. So Tao, it is now your turn.
So I mean, I could leave and help reinforce the north, but I think the thing to do here is maybe to just peek around the corner and magic missile this guy. I don't want to worry about missed chances or anything like that.
All right, very good. Roll your not to hit, but your damage.
I'm assuming he's probably got more hit points than the regular orcs, which is too bad. But if he doesn't, there's a chance on a max roll that I could kill him.
What did you get? 11?
11 damage.
Okay, I'll just mark that in.
Yeah, I just reach around, pew pew pew, and then duck back. And then actually, I'm wondering about. Yeah, I'm gonna move back over here, and actually, if I can climb the wall in one action as well, that would be good. It's not very far.
Give me an athletics check. It's gonna be a bit difficult because it's a 10-foot wall.
We have the rope though.
Oh yeah, the rope. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, go ahead and make it anyway. It's gonna be. I'm just gonna give you a bonus to it, +4, because of the rope.
Okay. Acrobatics, you said?
I said
no strength or not acrobatics. Athletics, yeah, athletics.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well,
okay,
that'll probably do
okay. And then that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're good. So you vault the wall, no problem. Are you standing on top of the wall, or are you moving over?
Well, I assume climbing eats like twice as much movement or some damn thing like that. So I'm gonna say
he already ducked around the corner, shot, came back, and just moving up there is like same difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really have to move to duck around the corner, but yeah, I'm gonna say I just stop on top of the wall
because it's only 5, 10, 15, and then 25. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
That's a pretty full turn.
Yeah, it is. So, all right. So now it is Govanen's turn. Govanen is going to take the words of because he actually understood it as well, mind you. So Lasan, you notice him immediately. He sort of nimbly turns around and leaps off of the nearby building. That's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. Right, and he's in full movement. So he's making his way over here. He's used his full movement. He's not going to do anything else this turn. And he is on the other building, and he's facing north. Actually, I should roll his athletics. Or his acrobats, because this is climbing without the use of a... Oh, wait. Is climbing with a... Which one is it? Strength is good for, like, climbing. But is acrobatics useful for just jumping up onto a roof?
Jumping and stuff, if you were good, well...
Is that
like jumping all the way up, or if it would be it might be acrobatics if there were a bunch of things that you were trying to like spring off of, like boing boing boing. Like
right. Okay, so no, it's going to be athletics. It doesn't matter because he totally passed it. I'm pretty sure he rolled a 19 there, which I think the DC for that's like 15 or something. And he has bonuses anyway, so whatever. So he's up there, no problem. So that's his turn. Boop. Right now it is time for the one-eyed orc, and he goes now, and specifically, the first thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a spear attack. His spectral spear is going to go. And he is going to.
If he rolled one less than last time, that would be nice.
Okay, spectral spear missed. That's just automatic.
Good stuff.
Because that's he totally missed. Okay, now it's his turn. He's going to move up.
Yeah.
To face you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to roll. Actually, because he's two-handing, so... And he will hit 19. 19 is a hit. Okay, so
that's a hit.
That's going to be... Oh, and I have to roll the d8 again, so that's 5. That's 5. And then he has the bonuses. I have to remember his bonuses. At least I have them all written down, right? Okay, +3. So he hits you for 13 damage.
Ow. Now unless he has a magical weapon, that is -3.
No, that is indeed a physical weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So I take 10 damage. Again, I end up taking 3 actual damage after my 10 hit points.
Yeah, after it goes away. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And that is his turn. Then we got Eric. You can go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my Warlock's Curse on him as bonus action. So wherever that is. So I'll do an extra D6 damage on him. Now that's a concentration thing. So when I get hit,
I think he dropped. He's freeze framing. I think we lost Demonac. Pretty sure. Unless, of course, he's really good at playing red light, green light. Right on my turn. I know, WTF, mate. Refreshing roll 20. Okay. Demonac! He doesn't get to make his turn. All right, well, he's out of the game. Let's go.
Demonac's internet connection tends to be fine. He just has, I don't know, the roll 20 doesn't like him too much.
Yeah. Well,
actually, roll 20 is going all Pokemon Go on him.
Yeah. It was pinging him earlier this morning, and he had, out of the 4 bars that it gives you availability for, it was back and forth between 1 and 2, so whatever. I mean, it just... He has an issue connecting directly to roll 20.
Okay, Demonac's back and then Briarstone freezes.
Okay.
We're good?
Yeah, okay. So I was supposed to be, as a bonus action, I gotta reopen my character sheet because I had to refresh the thing.
Lag monster. Yeah, I know. That was like challenge 18. Demonac dies. Oh, well, we have to carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on my wayward son.
So
I'm sorry, I'll never sing again.
So I shouldn't actually do that unless I hit, but I wanted to get the spell text out there.
Okay. Oh, the necrotic damage, maybe?
Yeah, that's just because I have him cursed now. But again, it is concentration, so every time I get hit, I'm going to have to make a Constitution save to keep that. Okay, so actual attack roll, the important parts. Yay! Okay, so I hit him with the bear trap for 11 plus the 3 necrotic damage.
Nice.
14.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you hit. Let me just check his AC, because his AC is different, I think.
Yeah, but I hit 22.
Yeah, no, you totally hit. Yeah.
You miss. Oh, shit, we're boned.
Yeah, no,
Run away.
You didn't hit this time. No, right, you hit. So that's going to be 20. How much?
14 damage.
So 14.
11 bear trap damage and 3 necrotic.
Okay, so 14 damage. All right. Wow.
Is he not dead?
Put him in. No.
With the 11 I did earlier?
Yeah, no, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So that's him. He's done. So Eric, that's your move. That's your entire move. Are you moving anywhere else? Do you want to
No, I'm staying here. I'm keeping him bottled in there.
Okay, very good.
But if I move away from him, he'd get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, wait.
So it's really not good.
No. Before Lasan goes, actually, I think it was supposed to be before Eric went. I was supposed to figure out what was going to happen up here on the north side. That you guys really can't. I really wish I could mark things to kind of keep it easier in my brain, but I can't do that because you'd see it. Okay, so what happened? That's right. That's what happened. So. Okay, first things first. This is actually going to be nasty. Oh, wait, you get to go. 1 second. Where's your?
So,
there it is. Okay.
Grumps give you stuff for missing eye, right? What Grumps give you if I take your leg?
He give you honor.
That seems like a crappy deal. I'd rather have leg.
The banter. All right. So that's that, and that happened. That was not even good. That was bad. And then
honor
you're
and
moving
an empty
in.
sack is worth the sack. Ferengi rule of acquisition.
Yeah.
So he's moving in. He's going to try to do that. Let's roll his athletics. Oh Jesus, man. Right. Okay. Well, he's out there just doing nothing. All right. And then we have that, and then that. Okay. Right. Right, and there's the fire. Right, with the fire. The fire is going to
Shit's on fire, yo.
Yeah. And there's 3. I get to roll that again. That's going to be... Ooh, nice. Okay, and then the...
Now, none of our buildings are on fire or anything yet.
No.
The grass?
No. There's more smoke happening, obviously,
free.
but other than that... All right, so these guys... You won't see if I do this. So...
I'm just betting like they triggered the like tree like they were supposed to, but what's his dumbass got too close or something.
Yeah. Wait, no, let's do it this way. Dude. Okay. All right. So, and again, you don't see that, and I can't mark anything, but that is that. Okay. Right. Now it's Lasan's turn. It's like, okay, so what's happening? People don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so last time I heard them say, fall back, head to the north. We actually heard them going off like that. I mean, can I still hear a crowd in front of me?
Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 6 seconds, so yeah. So you can go Van, and you can go now and prep yourself, or you can stay here and still volley in there if you want.
Does you get a sense that they made that the lights and stuff are moving northward though? Like
yeah, some of them are. Yeah, it seems like it's sort of like changing tack. It does seem like it's changing tack. It's hard to tell because the amount of light that you're getting, it's like it flickers in. You see something and it kind of like fades out. You don't see anything. You see something. It's like, is it the same light moving or is it a different light or whatever?
They didn't wait till dark though. Like we still had a few hours, right? It's just
no. It is late. It is late afternoon, getting into the evening right now. So no.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sun's behind us. They're if they're coming from the east, they're actually coming into the sunlight.
Yeah.
Looking into the light.
Yeah.
Do orcs have sunlight sensitivity? I mean, they have dark vision. I don't know if the current ones.
They have dark vision, but I don't think they have sunlight sensitivity. No, not specifically that.
Okay.
Good.
But because of the daylight spell that is on the orb, and if they get within, I have a set amount of distance there. If it goes off in that distance, then it will affect them.
I don't know if orcs have had sunlight sensitivity since like second ed. Now that I think about it, I don't think they had it in third.
No, I don't think so either.
So I don't know if there's anybody out here or not to shoot at. I can't tell. There's no noise. Well, I heard them say this, but I got no sense.
You have a sense of a crowd way out there that you think may be moving to. You think that some of it is definitely moving to the north. It's hard to judge numbers. I think that's what I was getting.
We'll get everybody just to shoot one more time, and then I can take an action after. I mean, I can run.
Yeah, you can shoot and then move.
Yeah, you
and then I'll start heading across. So we'll shoot again.
Okay.
We'll shoot here again.
So go ahead and do your thing. It's minus.
Oh.
Right. Right. Okay. What we're gonna do?
Lasan, you have to make pew pew noises.
Pew pew.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is roll better with pew pew?
Right. Yeah. You get like plus 100 or something like that.
Yeah, or at least a catchphrase.
A catchphrase.
Okay.
Oh God. The accordion.
Binwin Bronzebottom has a pretty good catchphrase. It's like catchphrase.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of too.
Again, you don't.
So how far? Go ahead.
I was going to say you don't really have any inclination as to what happened after you made that particular fire. I will say that your gut feeling says that you. It was an error.
Nobody screamed. I didn't hear any.
Yeah, there wasn't any sort of like even a hint of a visual or a audio signature there that would tell you that was effective.
So, and how far can I move across this thing? I don't know.
You have a movement after firing. You have a movement, I believe, of 30, unless of course you're better with a ranger right now. Do you have any extra movement as a ranger?
I don't think I do in this situation. No, I don't think I do here.
I can look at your character sheet, I think.
Ooh, I can't remember. I don't
one kind of true elf has like +5 movement, but I don't think I don't think rangers get a speed bonus. Certainly not at this low level.
Okay, very good. All right, so 30. You could almost make it up to where Govanen is, but you won't be making it on top of a building. Unless of course you're running. Are you running that way, or are you running out into the middle of the area there?
I'm not doing much of anything. It's like I don't know what's going on here. Hang on.
Because you can move that way. Oh, is it frozen on you?
Okay. Oh, I got it back. I couldn't get. Yeah, everything had just stopped. So I can get up here. You figure?
Well, let me see. So you were here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're basically going to be somewhere around the well, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, it means next turn you should be able to move, get up there, and then shoot. Okay. So it's same difference. It should be okay.
Yeah. Just in and around the well. That's fine.
Move first. And that tree's not in my way because it's down and burning. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Tal.
And if you'd like some D&D distilled down to its awesome essence, check out the illustrated Tales from My D&D campaign.